Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today as we start off with some amazing news from last night. Amazing. Big up to none other than Chelsea women for putting in a display that reminded me of a certain night. And I'll explain what it is after this. Check this out. Champions League Final 4. UEFA Women's Champions League semi-finalists. And this was after Chelsea women beat Manchester City 3-0 at the Bridge last night. After having been down 2-0 on aggregate because they lost the first tie at City 2-0. They took it to the Bridge in the second leg and they beat them 3-0. And on aggregate, go through to the semi-finals on 3-2 scoreline on aggregate to get into the Final Four, where they will play, of course, it's almost like it's written, Barcelona. It had to be. It had to be. And Chelsea women did, in fact, post this. Won the cup, won the tie, won in the league. This battle belonged to Chelsea. So they played Man City 4 times in a row, right? One being the League Cup final, one being the Champions League first leg, one being in the league, and the other being in the Champions League second leg. Now, if you remember, Chelsea women beat Man City in the League Cup final 2-1 on the 15th of March. Lost away at City 2-0 in the Champions League on the 19th of March. Beat Man City in the league on the 23rd of March. And then beat Man City at home on the 27th of March, second leg Champions League to go through. This tie reminded me of, funnily enough, it's amazing how this comes around, AVB's last game at Chelsea. Yeah? Who remembers? Napoli, Chelsea. Away. We got destroyed. What was the score? 3-1. Yeah, 3-1. 3-1. And then Di Matteo's first Champions League game with Chelsea at the Bridge, the second leg against Napoli. What happened? We beat them 4-1. Who remembers? I remember that because Drogba scored, Lampard scored, Terry scored. I'll never forget. The 3 amigos all scored on that night. And then Ivanovic got the win. I remember. That was amazing. But when we needed to turn it all around, we did. And that's exactly what the women have done in this instance. 2-0 down against City is not easy. They went and won 3-0. Absolutely incredible. So congratulations to the women. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I'm so pleased for them. And with Bompasta, honestly, I think Chelsea will go all the way. We'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. She's won it before. Chelsea haven't won it before. I think they can go all the way and win it now. So we'll see what happens. So that's the latest coming from Chelsea women. Huge respect. We're about to come to Chelsea men. Don't worry. It's the complete contrast with Chelsea men. Complete contrast, as you can tell by the title of this video. Don't worry though. We'll come into that. I want to start off at Arsenal though. Let's take a pivot and see how our friends in North London, the Red Side, are doing. Yeah, because looks like they're up to non-football activities now. Right? Well, what is it? Well, here's what people received in their inbox today. Courtesy of Troops, thank you very much, who's shocked, clearly, by what he has said. This is the email that Arsenal sent out saying, match days at Emirates Stadium are a time to connect with the beautiful game and each other. It's for this reason that we're launching a new dating show that celebrates how a shared love of football can prove a catalyst for an even deeper romance. We are calling on our single supporters in the UK to apply to be part of the production, which will involve attending a blind date with a fellow Gooner centered around an Arsenal game. If you'd like to be a participant and are up for the opportunity of meeting your perfect match, please to submit your application below. I think there's a grammar error there. Please submit your application below. Apply now. So Arsenal have turned into Love is Blind. Yeah, they've only gone and got themselves their own version of Love is Blind. Dating shows now, are we doing at Arsenal, is it? I mean, I've seen Arsenal fans that are grotesque by this. Literally going, what are we doing? Anything for some commercial activity, right? Anyway, I can't even laugh too much. I know my club will head in the same direction. I just know it. I just know. I wouldn't be surprised if we got the Chelsea version. I really wouldn't be surprised. This is where football is heading. Unfortunately, this isn't just an exclusive Arsenal thing. I mean, at the moment it is. But they will be looking at this and going, guys, we are the pioneers of football dating. Yeah, we are the ones that came up with this concept. We are the ones that started. Guaranteed they're thinking like that. And they're not wrong in an essence, because I guarantee other football clubs will probably follow. And we'll probably be included. I wouldn't be shocked. We'll see. Now, shall we get to the meat and potatoes? Yeah, we done the starters. We done the salads. We've got dessert, but we might be too full to have dessert with what I'm about to show you. Here's what happened at Chelsea training. Enzo Maresca was left fuming and cancelled yesterday's day off for the players as Chelsea's under-21s, including under-16s, beat Chelsea's first team 3-0 in training on Wednesday. Donald McNally and Chizzy Ezenwata with the goals. Let me show you more. Let me show you all of this in its context before I even think of giving an opinion. Here it is. So Enzo Maresca was left fuming and cancelled yesterday's day off for the players after a first team 11 lost 3-0 in a training match to the under-21s. Goes on to say, for first team players that were included, Gusto, Badiashile, Tosin, Lavia, Sancho and Nkunku. Here's more. So Chelsea head coach Maresca cancelled the scheduled day off from the Athletic, by the way, for senior players this week after they were beaten 3-0 by the club's under-21s team in a training exercise. Maresca made the decision after being disappointed by what he had seen during the drill. While it was not a full 90-minute match between the first team and academy players, the less experienced group came out on top with 19-year-old Donnell McNally getting 2 of their goals. I also want to just clarify something. It's just popped into my mind, and I have to clarify. Oh my God. Okay. It's true. It's true. Donald McNally, who's 19, was one of the scorer of 2 goals in that game. The other guy, Ezenwata, 16 years old. Turned 16 in September. So that is true. I know. Can you see? Yeah, here we go. Yeah, there we are. On screen for you. 16 years old. I mean, well done, lad. Well done to those boys. Congrats. I mean, fantastic. You know what's mad? I'm going to keep this short. There's no need to go deep into detail on this one. Because I've seen what people are criticizing this sort of thing for. People are going, oh, this is a non-story. This is a non-issue. Really? Okay. If it's a non-story, why is Enzo Maresca fuming? Why is he cancelled day off? It's a non-story. Your gaffer. When I say your, I'm pointing because obviously our gaffer. But I mean, those people that are pretending this isn't a thing, your own gaffer thinks it's a thing. He's fuming. He's cancelled the day off. He's not happy. Does a non-story warrant this reaction? I got to be honest. With this, I agree with what Maresca's done. Fully. Disgraceful. You know what this is the equivalent to? The year 11s in school face the year 7s and they get spanked 3-0 after half an hour. That's basically what's happened. That's unforgivable. I wouldn't show my face on a football pitch in school again. I luckily, I've never lost. When I was year 11, I didn't lose to year 7s. Thankfully, yeah. I won't lie, we had the U10s beat us once. The U10s were talented. Big up to them. That was it. That's as far as it went. I never lost to the Year 7s. Never. Yeah? This is what the equivalent is. It's us, the senior team, losing to the under-21s. The under-21s that had under-16s on their team, and even one of the scorers is 16 years old. And to make it worse, people going, oh, but it was a training exercise. It wasn't even a 90-minute match. That makes it worse. That means they put free past you in less than 90 minutes. That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say. You know what? We should get the under-21s in through the door. Just let them play the rest of the games. Honestly, clearly they've got ballers. Clearly they've got people that know what they're doing. I completely understand Maresca's reaction to this. If he's fuming, he's disappointed, he's not happy, he's cancelled their day off. Completely agree. Completely agree. Correct thing to do. The worst thing to do would be what Potter used to do, if you remember. But no, it's fine. Give them 2 days off. Who remembers that thing when I forgot what happened? What happened? And then instead of punishing them, he gave them 2 days off or 3 days off. At least that's not happening. At least. So with Maresca's reaction, I completely agree. I'd be the same. I'd be the same. You can't, especially with the names that I read out, be losing to under-21s 3-0 in that manner. No. Even training exercise, I don't care. Guaranteed. Look, just to wrap up, I'm going to say this, and this should hit. Anyone that's looking at this and going, oh, but it's just a training exercise, it doesn't matter, you've not played the game. In any capacity. You've not played football. At all. Probably not even Sunday League or Saturday League or even Pub League. You've not played. There is no, oh, it's just training. There is none of that. If you're playing, you'd get it. It doesn't exist. Even in training, what are you doing? What are you there for then? But again, only if you've played to a level, you'd know. And when I say level, I mean basic, even public football, public football, when they go for training sessions, training, even with their beer bellies and cigarettes and whatnot, but training, you put in your most in because you want to win on match day. There is no, it's just training. No, don't buy that one bit. And these are professionals at the highest level. And you're getting played around by under-21s with 16-year-olds in their team. Nah, get out of here. So Maresca, I completely agree with his reaction to this. That's the meat and potatoes. Let me know your thoughts down below. Much appreciated. Now, obviously, this doesn't dictate what's going to happen on match days. Like, it's not going to... Chelsea Spurs coming up, okay? Just because this few of these lads got smashed to under-21s, it doesn't mean that all of a sudden, we're getting spanked 5-0 by Tottenham. No, of course not. There are even players that we have in the first team that weren't even there because they're on international duty. But what I am saying is there's a bulk of players that are not on international duty that were at Cobham who trained and got beaten by under-21s with 16-year-olds. It's not good. That's not good. That shouldn't be happening. Let me just put it into context. Can you imagine if even the team of back in the day, let's say JT wasn't there, Lampard wasn't there, Drogba wasn't there, Essien wasn't there, all these guys weren't there because they were all on international duty. Funny thing is if you actually take all of those players out, you've pretty much got no one left because we had a squad full of internationals. But anyway, that's a story for a different day. That's how we used to operate. But if you take away the main players, right, and you're left with, even Malouda would be on international duty, Kalu would be on international duty, Andre Schürrle would be on international duty, flipping all of them would be on international duty. Who's left? You know, even Robert Huth was on international duty. Steve Sidwell. Okay, we're left with Steve Sidwell. Everyone was internationals. I can't even give you a team of players that would just linger about. Hardly anyone lingered about. You know what would have happened back in the day? You'd have 5 players left. There'd be no team to put to the under-21s because there'd be no players. Everyone's on international duty. That's how we used to operate. But imagine, even if you took players that were not on international duty in that era, you think they'd be losing 3-0 to under-21s? No chance. Okay, I'll give an example. Scott Parker, yeah? those sort of players that were not getting into, let's say they couldn't get into the England team, or they weren't getting into, like, you know, but they were there. You get a team of those lads, you play them against the under-21s, you think they're losing? No chance. That's what I'm going to say. I said I'd keep it short. That wasn't really short. I can't help it. Once the passion comes out, it comes out, doesn't it? So anyway, let me know your thoughts down below. Much appreciated. We play on Thursday because we're at the FA Cup. FA Cup weekend coming up. So there'll be reaction to what's happening elsewhere as well. Make sure you guys are here for all of that. And I will catch all of you tomorrow. Have a good one, people. Subscribe, notification bell on. Look after yourselves. Check out the Reddit post on there. Reddit videos coming soon. Don't worry. It's not going to be long. It'll be coming fairly soon. Fairly soon. I'll give it a few days. So get your posts in because I want to react to things. So make sure you're there. Much appreciated. Thank you so much. And I'll catch you tomorrow. In a bit, people. Look after yourselves. Take care. And peace.